Happiness is the highest level of success, so be safe and always be happy. With this thought, a very fresh good morning to all. I hope you all are fine and well at your home. So, welcome to your chemistry ki class. This is Ayushi Sharma, your chemistry teacher. During this time of holidays, I just wanted to focus on some of the important topics which we have discussed in first and second chapter. Today I am going to take the topic from chapter number 1, that is matter in our surrounding. Yes, for today our topic of revision is latent heat. Normally when heat is given to any substance, then we always note down that its temperature rises. But this statement is not true when we change the state of any substance, because whenever we give heat energy to change the physical state of any substance, for example that is from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas, there is no rise in temperature of the substance. So heat energy which has to be supplied to change the state of the substance is called its latent heat. This latent heat does not raise or increase the temperature of any substance. Latent heat has to be supplied to change the state of the substance. Basically, the meaning of the word latent is hidden, as whenever we give the heat energy to change the state of any substance, this latent heat does not show its presence by raising the temperature of that particular substance. Even it cannot be detected by a thermometer. Now, again one question arises in our mind. Whenever we apply latent heat to any substance, why it does not cause any rise in temperature of that particular substance? So here we are having the solution of this question also. Let's get the answer for this question through upcoming video.
Latent heat. When a solid starts melting, all the heat energy supplied to it goes to the molecules in breaking away from their fixed positions. Therefore, there is no rise in temperature till all the solid has melted to form the liquid. Since the heat supplied during change of state does not result in any temperature increase, it is known as latent heat. The latent heat required for conversion from solid state to liquid state is called the latent heat of fusion. The latent heat required for conversion from liquid state to vapor state is called latent heat of vaporization.
Now, you got to know from the video that we are having two types of latent heat, that is latent heat of fusion. Mainly, the latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy which is required to convert solid into liquid, or we can say that the amount of heat energy required to melt the solid. And the next type we are having latent heat of vaporization. As we know that vaporization is the method to convert liquid into its vapors. So, the amount of heat energy required to convert liquid into its vapor is termed as latent heat of vaporization. I hope you have understood these concepts. Now let's understand one more important question. That is, why steam causes more severe burn as compared to boiling water? Let's have a look.
Topic: latent heat of vaporization. Why does steam cause more severe burns than boiling water?
It is because steam is jealous of boiling water.
No. It is because of latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat energy required to change a unit mass of liquid into vapor at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point.
Whoa. Trust me. Everything just went over my head.
Alright, I'll explain it to you. Boiling water contains only a specific amount of heat energy required for it to boil. However, as steam is formed from boiling water, it contains the heat energy of boiling water, along with the latent heat of vaporization. Hence, as steam has more heat energy, it can cause more severe burns than boiling water.
Let's move to our assignment, which I have given you on the basis of today's topic. The very first question we are having, define the following terms, that is latent heat of fusion, that means amount of heat energy required to convert solid into liquid. And the next is latent heat of vaporization, that is amount of heat energy required to convert liquid into its vapor. The question number 2 we have already understood through the help of the video. The third will be ice has more cooling effect as compared to cold water. Here you have to use the concept of latent heat of fusion. Please go through these questions and go through the video so that you will be discussing your doubts on Saturday's online class session. Thank you and have a nice day.